Two things you gotta know before we get into this epic video. Number one, people on Ask the Pro oftentimes start courses, and then Grant Cardone lets these people use the 10X logo, the 10X brand, the Grant Cardone brand, and then Grant takes a 50% cut on whatever the course sales are. So Grant endorses these courses. Number two, there's some legitimate debate in this video, so watch it, especially near the end. So keep an open mind, especially if you're pro wholesaling. Let's open a dialogue. Cue the video.
If every deal was fair and if everybody put a property on the market, I wouldn't be wholesaling.
How we doing on time, guys? Right here, this is
Time's up, boys. So I found out that two people who were on Grant Cardone's Ask a Pro pitching their wholesaling and lead courses and a colleague were going to the Ontario Real Estate Conference. So what did I do? I went to go figure out what they were all about. And I know, you might be wondering, well, what do they have to do with Grant Cardone? Well, they split their course revenue with Grant Cardone. They'll share their partnership and advertise each other. Check out Grant Cardone's reputations for sale. Can we blame LA traffic?
Air Canada 6, that's a problem. We're going in a propeller plane. All right, propellers. You guys want free French fries? Yeah, we could. Seriously, they're brand new. If anybody wants them. 20-minute flight.
But wait, I need to know. Why are you making another wholesaling video, Kevin? I wanted to really see what the wholesalers had to say. So I went to Canada to meet 3 10X wholesalers to find out, hey, what do these people do? And what am I missing? Is there a blurry ethical line that is balanced or treaded around lightly when it comes to wholesaling? Or is wholesaling fully legitimate? Kevin, do you just have like a vengeance against these people? Are you just like that grudgy? Seriously? They started it!
It was demystify real estate a little bit. So I just want to deflower YouTube here for a moment.
Needs to say I got kicked in the nuts, right? I got kicked in the nuts really, really bad in 2014, right?
They lit my fire. Oh, baby, light my fire. But let's look and see if the 10X wholesalers were ethical.
The way I look at things, I'm highly ethical. I'm a Christian guy, my daddy's a Christian.
At OREC 2018, here we go. Here we go.
I hear there's some other 10Xers here.
Yeah, Chris Weird over there.
I gotta meet Brevin. I'll be right back. Man.
How are you, dude?
I'm Kevin. I don't think we met. Chris, awesome. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
We'll go get you another $1 million if you like. We can go ahead and throw that on the table.
That sounds humble.
Wait. Before we get started, let's just do a quick little example of what wholesaling is so we're on the same page when we go through this journey. Line. We bought this house for $482,000. We're also calling it a YouTube flip. Sewer collapsed, moldy house, would never ever sell to a traditional buyer, yet sold on the MLS within 7 days with 8 offers because it was publicly available to investors like me. Wait. Kevin, you bought a house on the MLS? But Chris Rude says that...
And I don't just say skills get the deals because it's just cool or it's catchy, right? This is my brand, this is what I live by, that's what I tell all of my students.
If I have the skills to get the deals, I don't buy stuff on the MLS.
Stop finding deals in MLS that you're wasting your time. You think you're cool.
Wait a minute. Didn't Chris Rude just say he bought a place in Florida?
So guys, I'm not, showing you this big beach house to brag with, me and my wife just bought this beach house in Destin, Florida.
Well, he probably didn't buy it on the MLS. I mean, he's a professional at getting properties for 60 to 70 cents on the dollar, so you know, certainly he would be able to get a really good deal on this property. After all, he does sell his courses to help you learn how to get these deals off market.
And start a wholesaling business and start buying at 65 cents on the dollar, 70 cents on the dollar, 75.
And certainly he wouldn't use a realtor.
I got guys in here that I've talked to that are buying deals at 90, 95 cents on the dollar right now because there's no inventory. Because you're talking to realtors. And nothing against you realtors, but you don't know where the deals are at.
So we know he wouldn't use the MLS. We know he doesn't like realtors because realtors don't know where the deals are at. And we know he would want to buy the property for 60 to 70% of market value. We also know that he has the skills to get the deals, which if we define deal as something less than market value, then we would expect this property to be a good deal relative to whatever price its market value may have actually been. So we did some investigating. As it turns out, Chris and his wife, Patty, are very excited about the deal they got.
We had this on our vision board.
So excited that it's all over Facebook and they're using it in their presentation, which also made finding it online extremely easy. Now, generally, a rule of thumb is the longer a property is sitting on the market, the more you can negotiate off the price. That's why DOM, or days on the market, is considered so toxic. As soon as a listing goes stale, it becomes pretty easy to negotiate the price down because there aren't as many competing buyers. Here's the MLS listing of the property. Oh no! Wait, so he bought the property on the MLS with a realtor? Yep. Now, I applaud him for shopping in the $1.1 million price range. I think that's wonderful. I'm not sure if that is sponsored by the course sales, which, hey, you know what? Good for you. You're able to sell these courses charismatically and you're able to make a buck off them and then invest into a beach house. That's great. So let's look at the history of this property. The price was reduced to $1,140,000 on December 31st of 2017. Everybody knows that the longer a property sits on the market, the higher the days on the market is, or the DOM, generally the more negotiable the property is, especially for somebody who's got the skills to get the deals, even though it goes against the theory of not using the MLS.
I want to talk to you about skills, right?
It looks like about 4 months later, the property went into escrow and ended up closing for $1,130,000. He only bought it for $10,000 less than it was listed for, even though it sat on the market for 4 months before he bought it? Yep.
Learn how to buy at 60, 65 cents on the dollar. Some of you guys have...
Now, I'm not so good at math. Okay, hold on. It's listed for $1,040,000. Now, Chris Root's formula is you should be buying deals for 60, 70, maybe 80 cents on the dollar, which fortunately these are all multiples of 10. If I just take 10%, I get 114, so this would be $456K off the price, $342,228,000 off the listing price. Okay, $1,000,000 divided by 1140. Well, it's a difference of $10,000. $10,000. Let's see, 10% off is $114,000, so $10,000 off the listing price would be, hey Siri, 1130 divided by 1140.
That would be about 0.9912.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't buy right, if you're buying at 90, 95 cents on the dollar right now, even 80, it's going to be bad for you. Learn how to buy. Because, like I said, once again, I'm going to repeat myself. If you're buying on MLS at 90, 95 cents a dollar, you will get kicked in the nuts.
So he used a realtor to buy the property. He bought the property on the MLS, and he was able to negotiate off 0.0088% of the listing price.
And stop buying all your deals on MLS at 95 cents a dollar. You make me sick.
Yeah, but he got the deal.
I'm not full of shit. I'm real talk. I don't just say skills get the deals because it's just cool or it's catchy, right? This is my brand. This is what I live by. That's what I tell all of my students. Because if you are an investor and you don't know how to buy right, which most of you guys are sophisticated investors, y'all know how to buy right, but you don't know how to get the deals. You know, this is a dream of ours. We had a vision board. We wrote our goals down every day. It took a while to get to this point, but you know, guys, I can't even say enough about wholesaling. I get emotional about it. We can do it.
I think what bothers me the most is that somebody can go on stage and tell a room full of people that, hey, you should be buying properties for 60 cents on the dollar, yet you just bought for 99.12% of the list price. And if you bought something on the MLS for 95 cents on the dollar, you better start liquidating that inventory because you don't want to get kicked in the balls.
Ben's doing it. How many people know Ben? Actually know him personally? Okay.
So what's wholesaling? A wholesaler is not somebody who buys the property from the MLS for $482 and then decides to flip it for more money. A wholesaler is somebody who buys that as-is house or convinces that seller to sell the house for a price under market value. Because that property was actually on the market and got 8 offers, we know that the market value of the property in its as-is condition was $482,000. The wholesaler says, hey, let's not put it on the market.
Really building rapport, connecting with the homeowner enough to where they'll trust you.
Do people do drugs in Canada?
Trust you.
And we have a lot of problems. We make a lot of mistakes.
Just let me buy it for $450 and I'll give you cash and make it really easy and I'll close really fast on the deal. Which is also what we did. But wait, it was on the market. Yeah, because other people with cash get to see the property when it's on the market. And so the price gets bid up. The end value of the property is currently estimated at $650,000. This is what I call the EARV, the estimated after repair value. This is where the flipper or rental investor profit is. This is where the wholesaler profit is. But the wholesaler profit relies on convincing a seller not to get market value. See, here's the thing. The real problem with wholesalers is you breed inconsistency. When you can go to a seller and look them in the eyes and say, this is a great deal, you're not gonna get anything better on the market, you should take this because it's easy for you and nobody will pay you more than this. You breed a life, a reputation of inconsistency. And consistently, I see inconsistencies in people who wholesale. To me, to be a wholesaler, you have to be one of those people who could say one thing but do another thing.
Come on, Eric, let's get it. Who wanna get paid?
To say one thing and think in the back of your mind completely contrarian beliefs. And that kind of garbage gets exposed. That's why I'm so anti-wholesaling. That's why some people say, wow, well, Kevin's black and white and life is great. No. I think I'm so transparent, that I'm so consistent because I'm transparent. I don't hide any secret knowledge I have, I just put it out there. When I make mistakes, I own up to them. Because I'm not holding 2 countervailing beliefs at the same time. Wholesaling is nothing more than taking advantage of the fact that the seller doesn't know you can secretly sell the property for this market value in its as-is dumpy condition. And don't tell me you're doing a service, because guess what? You could sell the property at a service here like realtors do all the time, as is, quickly and for cash. And by hiding information, by you knowing you have an investor who's gonna pay $482 and yet you're only offering $450 for them because you wanna capitalize on this profit. To me, that's an inconsistency. You're telling somebody to their face they can't get a better deal. And I get it. In order to run your business, you have to tell them that. You have to tell them that this is a great deal for you. No, don't put it on the market. Of course, because if you put it on the market and everybody put their deals on the market, you wouldn't be wholesaling, and the wholesalers know that.
If every deal was fair and if everybody put a property on the market, I wouldn't be wholesaling. I'd be buying and renovating.
Because it wouldn't be possible.
This upcoming example here with Tyler Gurr is exactly the kind of consistency I'm talking about, or lack thereof.
You do wholesaling too? Yeah, I wholesale. Okay, and leads and wholesaling.
First up, are you an agent? Do you hold the license? No. I wouldn't get it. The reason being is so I have a wholesale company as well. After getting hooked up with Chris, I would say don't do it, is because there are those fine lines where he talks about where your fiduciary duties is to get them top dollar if you have an exclusive right to sell. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just another portion of my business, and I don't want to be involved in it. So
you say it's another portion of your business, but then on the other hand, you say you don't want to be a part of it. That's like me saying I'm a cop and my wife sells crack. Yeah, it's another part of our household income, but I have nothing to do with that. Come on, stop kidding yourself. You're a nice guy, but come on. Wait a minute. Tyler Gurr is a real estate agent, and he encourages people who want to wholesale not to get their real estate license because that would make them a fiduciary and obligated to do the best for their clients. And because Tyler Gurr is licensed, He's washed his hands of the wholesaling business and given it to somebody else, which is also interesting because Chris Rude runs a wholesaling business and sells courses based on his wholesaling business. And his wife Patty is a real estate agent. It looks like the trick is don't be an agent yourself because wholesaling is wrong.
So let's dive into the details of why does Meet Kevin think that wholesaling's evil?
If every deal was fair and if everybody put a property on the market, I wouldn't be wholesaling.
But wait a minute, I thought these people were ethical. They can be. For example, I really believe my buddy Matt McKeever in Ontario, Canada is 100% ethical in his dealings as a wholesaler. I just find a greater likelihood that people who wholesale are also more inconsistent in the reputation that they're building.
Every one of you guys should have a wholesaling business. All a wholesaling business is just a marketing business. That's all it is. You're marketing to motivated sellers. Everybody's teaching just marketing strategies. It's not about marketing. So y'all both have great, just energy and enthusiasm. That's what it takes. It's not about the marketing.
I'm confused. Is it marketing or not marketing?
A wholesaling business is just a marketing business. It's not about marketing.
And that's why I think wholesaling is dangerous. Look, if you can ethically wholesale, like I know Matt McKeever's doing, that's great. Do it. If you can find sellers and you bluntly tell them, hey, only sell to me if you're confident you don't want to go on the market, I will make it easy for you. You might not get full market value, but if you're willing to accept that, I would love to do the deal with you. If you take it from that approach, then you're not being unethical. You are telling them, I know you will make more money elsewhere. And if they say okay to that, that's great. But as soon as you start crossing that line that's so easy to cross.
Hey Chris, well, you know I'm in a hot market. Nobody's gonna want to sell me their house right now. Do people do drugs in Canada? Okay? People get divorced? People cheat on their wives in Canada? Or is that just you guys think?
I mean, I see what he's saying. He's saying, oh, well, people make mistakes, so then they're going to have to offload their property for pennies on the dollar.
Because I know wherever I go, I know in my mind, I can wholesale in China. If I know how to speak Mandarin, I can wholesale in China. Because we're human beings, we live on planet Earth, and we have a lot of problems. We make a lot of mistakes. So don't tell me because we're in a hot market, you know, it's so super hot. Human beings going to make mistakes.
But to me, it kind of also sounds like he's looking for people in vulnerable situations to take advantage of them and manipulate them into thinking that they can't sell their house on the market so that he can take advantage of it and actually sell it for a market value. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but...
And they're going to need to sell their property fast. And you as a professional wholesaler, if you have that pipeline set up, you have that net ready to catch them, you can help facilitate and make their problem go away.
You know, when you're talking about scooping people up with a fish net, I kind of think about the poor dead fish at the bottom of the barrel.
You have that net ready to catch them. And it's genuine and ethical. The better person you are, you know, just the better genuine person you're, the better wholesaler you're going to be.
Then you become an inconsistent person. For example, Ben, the humble wholesaler, challenged me to a rap. I accepted. Then I tried to set the rap up, and he declined. We got this on camera in the group when we had that debate that, hey, why don't you just rap with us, or rap after us, or whatever. And now it's a U-turn.
I gotta tell you, man.
I hear you have a rap coming up.
I do.
Look at that, you got a stack. You can make a video too.
You wanna do one? If nothing else,
rap?
brother, I'm entertaining.
Okay.
Very entertaining.
I feel like you're gonna do a magic trick. Pick it.
I could. I do have a rap. Do you wanna come on stage?
For your rap?
Yeah.
Spontaneously come on so you can rap about me.
Wanna do it? Will you
Sure.
win?
I don't care, I'll do anything. And then he changed his mind.
So I went looking for him to confront his inconsistency.
He's gone. He's not here. Yeah. He's just gone. He left. Sorry.
When a baseball player is playing baseball, that's his key.
What question do you have? I'm his wife.
Oh, you're his wife?
Yeah.
Well, he offered a rap battle, and I wanted to.
Oh!
Oh, did you really?
Yeah? I'm sure you can be down for it. Let's do it, man.
You want me to win?
Disappeared. He knows I want to ask him. When I finally find Ben and I go to confront him to say, hey man, you offered me a rap battle, I'm accepting, why are you changing your mind? He didn't answer the question, he dodged the question, and he also tries to passive-aggressively kind of brush me off in front of others to sort of act like I'm out of place for asking, and that just please go away, you're annoying. That to me a little bit reiterated the inconsistency, and he was feeling that, so he recoiled from that inconsistency. So let me see what you think.
I got a question for you. Yeah. We got a wrap. Offer me up a wrap, bro. Come on.
Oh, man, we good.
45 seconds.
We good, man.
You offered it to
We
me.
good. We'll do it in the parking lot after.
In the parking lot?
We'll wrap it.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Cool. Hey,
Hold
listen,
on.
I gotta so anyways.
45 seconds after you're done. Give me 45 seconds. You take over the stage afterwards. I don't say another word. You wanted a video. You wanted a response video. I'm offering you a response.
I think you're just looking, whatever you're looking to do.
I'm not looking to
Just
do
it
anything.
somewhere else, man. You good. You
Simple
good.
humor
Listen.
and entertainment.
No, you good, man. You can go do that over there.
Did you offer
Thank
it to
you.
me?
We're good.
You know, this is so classic. People will talk big on YouTube and they'll say, oh, hey, well, I'm doing a rap, so why don't you do a rap response to me? I'm saying, yeah, let's do it right here, live at OREC. You want a response? Let's go right now. And now it's, now's not the time and the place. Okay, all right. Well, I guess we know who the bullshitter is.
I thought my rap would have been kind of cool. I don't know how to rap, but I was gonna try. I was gonna put out an effort, and if anything, it would have probably made him look good. But a little bit of a bummer that he sort of denied me, so had to leave it up to karma.
What's it feel like when you talk to Ben? Doesn't it feel good when you talk to Ben? This guy's got energy. He's got passion. He's got emotion. I'm not here for ya and rah.
This is what Ian needs. Can I get the shot? There are too many people here. I have to like rotate to get everyone.
Now I'm going to start playing some clips, and the audio is not so super, from when we were actually at the conference and a debate that I had with the wholesalers. All three of them right there. The reason I'm choosing to play those clips is because I want you to see how I actually react in person. I don't want you to think that this is all just scripted and this isn't stuff that I actually internalize. The responses I gave there are consistent with the videos that I make.
This property were put on the market, no showing, sold as is, here's some photos, that's it. Offers are subject to inspection. You'd probably get 10 times the action in terms of similar-minded investors that would pay 10% more for the property because now it's available on the market. So now you're accomplishing the same things that you're doing, but it's available to the whole market, and the net is greater for the client. Isn't that more ethical?
So yes, you're going to get more action.
I think there's a big myth that properties can't sell on the market in crappy condition where realtors can't go inside or even buyers can't go inside. We do sales all the time on the market here that are subject to inspection, no showings at all, write an offer, and eventually we'll get you in, if at all.
We have realized that because people think that the MLS is associated with showings and open houses and brokerage, but what I think people need to realize is properties can be put on the market subject to inspection, no showings, nothing, as is, and you can accomplish the same thing but still net profit the seller significantly more money.
People buy properties sight unseen. If the price is right, it sells. And to say that, oh, well, you'll just put it on the market and nobody will buy it, totally goes against the idea that a wholesaler is buying something for 60 cents on the dollar.
Because it's market specific.
Why is it market specific if we're talking about being off the market or on the market? Being on the market in any market
In
is
my
better.
market, you couldn't get away with that. You couldn't just put it on the market and discount it and then get a cash offer. It would sit for 6 months.
Well, that doesn't make sense because the nature of a
Because it's not-
wholesaler
it's a
is...
different market.
No. Because if you're able to wholesale in Louisiana, what that means is you're buying a property for significantly less than what its actual true market value is in its as-is condition. Because that's how a wholesaler makes money, is this difference between what you can acquire it for and not even what you can flip it for by renovating it for. What you can acquire it for as is and what somebody else is willing to pay for it as is. That's why you can assign contracts. Because somebody else is willing to pay more for it in any market.
I guarantee you, if I boarded up every single window on this house, and I put this $700,000 house on the market for $500,000, nobody would care what the inside looks like. I'd have 20 offers on my desk, probably for as high as $650,000. Wholesaler might give me $5 for it. And then they would be able to take advantage of that. That's without seeing the inside. That's because it's done daily at what are called trustee sales.
Capitalizing on market
You gotta
inefficiencies.
agree that even though they say they do, they don't always, because we got people signing buyer's
Yeah.
representation.
But that's not what we're
You
arguing.
get the same
Yeah.
fiduciary
Look,
responsibility.
people can walk into a bank and rob it, right? It's the same thing as somebody stealing money from a client when they are a fiduciary. Breaking the law, all that stuff, that's not what we're talking about. What I'm saying is the nature of wholesaling.
Yep.
Being able to take a contract and assign it to somebody, to flip it to somebody else, capitalizes on the fact that the person who is buying that contract did not know about the deal because you found the deal at a lower price. You took advantage of the fact that somebody else didn't know about it, and that's how you made your money. There's nothing wrong with that.
We spent money.
But maybe you bought it and you had expenses to advertise it for it. You're running a business. Nobody's saying that's wrong.
What is the point you're making?
The whole point is the only reason that system exists is because the properties are not on the market.
If every deal was fair and if everybody put a property on the market, I wouldn't be wholesaling. I'd be buying and renovating.
Because it wouldn't be possible.
I've been renovating and buying like I've been doing for the last 12 years.
Then you would be a flipper, which is fine.
Property out.
Right.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with what you're doing as long as you're not suggesting to clients that you are doing the absolute best for their scenario. I got 3 minutes.
Right, real quick. Yeah. So would you say that in your market, you have homeowners that are, say, depressed, have anxiety, don't want to deal with the realtor, don't want showings inside out, they want a quick sale, they would trade out equity in order for them to save them problems.
Yeah,
There are people like that.
There are
Where
people.
you can't help them.
These are people I can help though, because you can list properties on the market as subject to inspection, no shows. Foreclosures should be on the MLS. Trustee sales should be on the MLS, but they're not. That's why people can get these sick values by going to the county courthouse steps, because they show up with cashier's checks. It's possible to sell houses as is with tenants in there that won't answer the door even to the police. That is possible. But the only way to actually maximize the value for banks and foreclosures or for homeowners in distressed situations is to make sure that it is visible to the vast majority of people through one market database that everybody can go to.
Dinner time.
This morning I'm like, where is I? You're the host. Where is I?
OREC 2018, day one concluded.
Holy Terminator.
These yours?
Yeah. No, they're not.
Oh man. Jeff, you gonna buy the Tyler Gurr Endless Leads course? Are you gonna, get into wholesaling with Chris Rude? Okay. What about Brevin? You gonna buy from Brevin?
You were trying to come on. Yeah, sorry.
Would you do a deal with me, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Thank you.